Hi everybody, Joel Ludlow, Evolution JKD. I am going to cover some information right now. This is the third video, number 3 in this video. So if you haven't watched the first and second ones, go back and do so because they're going to be really helpful in understanding what I'm talking about right now, which is force equals mass times acceleration. Video. Go back and see it. Science class, math class, pretty basic stuff. We're going to keep it really simple so that we can understand it. We've talked about mass and how to gain that mass by incorporating more points. But what about acceleration? How do we increase our acceleration number? I can only punch this fast, Joel. How the heck am I supposed to punch faster? That is a really great question. And we're going to explore the answer. So acceleration is the difference between your start point and the end point. So if I start at 0 and I run across the finish line and I'm going, speed gun it, check it, you're going 100 or you're going 10, whatever it is, it doesn't really make any difference. I was using it before, I'm going to use 10 because it's an easier number to work with. 100 sounds cooler, but 10 just for ease. So I start at 0, I go to 10. That's my acceleration. My weight, we'll go with 200, 205. 200 is just an easier number, right? 200 for mass, 10 for my acceleration, 2,000 is my force. Okay, now you start running into it. If I start bulking up, I get to 250, maybe this number. So let's see, how much does this number go down? Well, that is 2,000. Maybe I bulk up to 250, but my punch speed also goes down. I don't have those fast twitch muscles anymore to accelerate and hit to the target. So maybe this is less. Maybe it's 5. It's half of that, right? So now we're going at 1250 or 1225? 1225. No, 1250. Sorry, I was doing math fast and realized it's because I've been using a calculator for like 30 years. So 1250. At any rate, even if my math is wrong, it's not. But even if it were, it's less, right? Now, there is a sweet spot in there. Maybe you're 250, and maybe this only goes down to 9, right? So 2,500, that's a bigger number than that. Well, that's a okay trade-off. You're a little bit slower, but you have more mass. There is a problem with that. Can you actually get to the target? Being able to hit the target is a more difficult. So acceleration is important because if you can hit with a bigger payload, but you can't actually hit them, it doesn't do you any good. So this is more than just the math. You have to also start looking at your success rate. So if I'm at 10 and I can hit them 5 out of 10 times, but when I'm at 9, I can only hit them 1 out of 10 times, even though I have more strength, my success rate is way lower. So speed is important. Bruce had lots of speed. He learned how to tweak the system, this to keep a high force number, but really relying on this, but then cheating the numbers. So let's go with the first one. How do we manage acceleration? And acceleration is important because so many people mess it up. Or they will do what they think is accelerating, but it's not actually accelerating. So if you have a person here and they are going this way and they are going at 10, right? That's a punch, right? So let's go ahead and actually, we'll name them, okay? So we have the punch, and that's 10. But while the punch is going, we have the footwork. Whoa, that's cool. So we have the body. And it's going that way. And we'll give it, easy math, 10 again, right? So punch is 10, body is 10, because now I'm push shuffling, I'm moving forward, rotating everything. So I get 10 and 10. Whoa, suddenly I get more. I've got 20. My acceleration is now 20 because we're going to get to this one in a second. If you do them properly. If you do them properly, your acceleration is now 20. If your body mass is 200, we're at 4,000 instead of our previous 2,000 because it was just 10, right? And that's assuming an ideal world. Again, we're just looking at math to understand it. Now here's where the punch in the body, these two numbers don't always add up to 20. Usually it's when you throw your body first and then your punch. So if you do it, and this is your training, folks, this is why it's important to understand this and then take it directly to your personal training, not what I'm doing, what you're doing. Points of here, we're gonna put this as your hip, right? There's your leg. Such a great artist. Your punch is coming out. There's your arm. You're going this way with your punch. Here's your center. You're going to push shuffle. If you need a little bit more reference with my amazing, look at his eyeballs. Cool hair. All right. Punch is going this way. This right here, the arm, that's our first 10. The body and our center, that's our second 10. What we have to do is make these go 1 and then 2. They have to be going at the same time, right? Actually, it would be more like if you want to go with a visual, because the arm is going to travel further, your body is not going to travel as far. So your arm has to be here and your body has to be here. But they have to be there at the same time so that you're at a max of 10 and a max of 10 at this point. If you move your body at 10 and then you move your arm at 10, this is the only number that counts because you've gone back down to 0 for this number. Okay, so this lower line has to be matching. I erased my 10. Not here. Actually, we'll use that. I can't go 10 here and then 10. This has to be added on so that they match at point of contact. When your hit makes contact with the target, they need to be in unison so then you can get 10 and 10. And that's really important to understand as we get into the 4th video, which is going to be the next video. So if you haven't watched 1 and 2, probably want to go back because this will make a lot more sense. And then if you're liking this and you're going, well, how does that go into the 5 ways of attack? Go to the next video. If you like it, give me some comments. Don't go for my math. Acceleration. We're going to get into more of that in a second.